2% of Americans are doing those things that the healthy people in their 80s are doing. And so that's a great place to start. Not that supplements aren't potentially beneficial, we just don't have a lot of good science behind them, and I would really focus on doing the good stuff before you focus on the other stuff. So stop smoking. If anybody here still smokes, stop. Believe it or not, 25% of Americans still smoke. I was actually just in California talking to some friends who work at Kaiser in California, which is very different than it was when it was here. Fewer than 3% of patients in the Kaiser system in California smoke. They just get beat down on every single time they see a doctor until they finally quit. Low cholesterol. So your PSA number is not your only number you should know. Know your number. Know what's normal and get it down. Normal blood pressure. Normal blood glucose. BMI is your body mass index and your waist circumference, that whole metabolic syndrome that you might have heard about. There are things that you can do to improve that. You don't have to just live with these things. Exercise 30 minutes a day. A lot of patients, I ask everybody who has prostate cancer who I take care of, how is your weight? Is it up or down or stable? And are you getting exercise? And a lot of guys laugh and say not enough. And we talk about exercise. And then there's different ways to score how healthy or unhealthy your diet is. And I failed tonight with my McDonald's, but a good diet score. So those are the things that you need to do to be well.
Is the 30 minutes of exercise, is that aerobic?
It is aerobic, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't have to be running at, sprint speed. Walking 30 minutes a day is fine. And there are some simple things that you can do to sort of game the system. When you drive somewhere to the store, don't circle the parking lot looking for the closest spot to the door. Go to the furthest spot away that you can find, and you'll know where your car is when you come out too. I love these. I don't know if any of you guys have these devices, Fitbits or Up, any of these electronic devices that help. They're basically like electronic pedometers. They're phenomenal because a lot of people, once you put a number on something, the inner competitor in us comes out. So you may think that you're exercising a lot, and then this thing tells you, well, you only sort of exercise 10 minutes, really, and then you have a goal and a feedback, and it's a great way to sort of get where you need to go. And they're about $100, and they're kind of a little game to use with your smartphone. And you can also track how well you sleep, how much you sleep, and there are some functions on there for following your diet and calorie counts, and et cetera. But I think they're great. So this is my thank you slide. I did put this together for the talk back in September, which was sponsored by Rex, which is why they're on there. Tonight I'm going to thank Cancer Centers and Dr. Berry, though, for this great meeting space and for his support to you guys after you got booted out of Rex. And then if this comes up, and those are my kids, who I can thank them because I'm not with them right now, I'm with you all. So any questions I can answer, I'd be happy to do so. And I know that you guys have other issues on your meeting tonight as well. So
thank you very much. Let me say one thing. Dr. Mark here has been my doctor for several years. He's done some pretty intimate things to me, so I can call him a first name, but I always put Dr. Mark. So